Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sasha. Today we are continuing the Kingdom Legendary War series. Today we are watching No Air by the Boyz. Before we get started, as always, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here on my channel and my videos. Also, I would really appreciate it if you check out some of the links down below. I reopened my Etsy shop where I make K-pop inspired bracelets as well as K-pop inspired album covers, and I just opened a P.O. box, so if you ever wanted to send me a little letter, you can do that now. Okay, so with this second episode of Kingdom, we have confirmed that the Boyz are going full Game of Thrones. How very unique, how very exciting. I had a feeling that they already knew their theme and their storyline before this show even started. So I'm super excited to see them continue the storyline and see how they're gonna play it out with the different challenges the show will give them each week and each episode. I did get a chance to watch the full episode this morning, but unlike last time where I had watched those stages multiple times, I have only seen this stage once. So I'm gonna do my best. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm going to watch it with you and react with you, and then I'll take notes a second time and we'll just cut right to the notes at the end. You don't really need to know any of this information. This is just me figuring out how the heck I'm gonna film stuff today. As always, because of copyright reasons, the audio and visual quality of the video is probably not gonna be what you're used to. I'm so sorry about that. This is the only way I can get these videos uploaded and approved to be viewed on YouTube. I'm doing my best. Alright, so here we go, starting in 3, 2, 1. That's so loud! And then it gets so quiet. How annoying. Full disclosure, I haven't seen Game of Thrones, so I'm probably missing out on a lot of show details, so forgive me for that. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Ooh! I wish they had timed the static in the screen more to the beats of the song. Ooh, I didn't notice that the first time. Oh, I love that shot. I love that shot so much. This one where you can see the heat waves. Ooh, it's so good. It's so good. Ugh. Ooh. Nice! Ah!
소리
I was also wondering if that's just one person with the hands. This part's cool. This is like what they were trying to do in Mama on the treadmills, but it worked so well here. And this reminds me of part of their performance from Road to Kingdom with the screens. Only it's like 3D. Very cool. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, this part's so sick. And then he just stares at us. Ah. Woo! Oh my god. Oh my god. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna watch this again by myself. You're just gonna be into the explanation part of the video, or the analysis. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I've watched it again, and now we're going to talk about it. There's a lot to talk about. There's just a lot. Okay. There's a lot I'm going to relate back to their Mama performance. I'll try and leave that performance linked at the end of this video, or my analysis of it, so you can go back and sort of reference what I'm talking about. There were a lot of things they did differently this time that I said in that video, man, I wish they had done this. I wish they had done this, because it would have enhanced the performance. And it's like everything I had wished for, they did here. So that's so exciting. That's so cool. Let's talk about it. The first thing you noticed right off the bat is the boys are all in white, which they were for Mama, and their dancers are all in like black, gray, brown. So they're in dark colors. Already so much better, because we can distinguish who is who, and we can see more definition in the choreography itself. Not to mention the back screens behind the boys are not gold and white like they were in Mama, which made it even harder for us to see what was happening on stage. So that is the first thing that was like so good, so much better this time around. The second one is, I talked a lot about the visual they were trying to create when they were running on those treadmills and the screen was moving behind them. The problem was where the camera was placed, because we could clearly see the prop that was assisting in the visual, which then takes you out of the story and takes you into like the behind the scenes. Like that's stuff that you don't want to see in a performance. That's stuff you really just want to see in like how we made this dance video. So for this time, they had the one dancer hanging on that rope by his arm, and then it looked like he was, I can't remember which way he was going, but it either looked like he was falling down or being pulled up, and it worked incredibly well, even though the camera does go up and the screen ends. But by that point, we've already moved on to a different section of the dance, and it was so quick that it wasn't like I didn't get taken out of the theming or anything like that. Since we were just talking about the dancer costumes, I love them. I love them. I love the dresses the girls are in. I love them. They're great. Very nice job. And I also thought the stylist once again did a great job with the person who used their hands in most of the performance. The jewels were very nice. As a personal thing, I don't really love long nails. That's just me. If anyone else wants long nails, live your life, go for it. But like, I can appreciate that they were all jeweled and bright red, and like, it was a very nice touch if that is such a focal point of the choreography. Which brings me back once again to their first performance where we had the hands coming in from the camera. Is this a new theme they're going to do some way in every performance? I don't know, but it's incredibly curious to me that they've now done it twice back to back. If you had asked me to predict what they were going to do this week, I never would have said, oh, I think they're going to do a new take on the hand camera thing. I never would have guessed that that would come up again. So I'm interested to see why they're doing it and what it means in terms of their storyline. Because I feel like now that they've done it twice, they're going to keep doing it, or I'm going to be very confused. I'm already pretty confused, but like it's only the second episode of the season, so that kind of makes sense. I also really like how this performance, it's called A Song of Fire and Ice. I have read the first 3 books in that series, but I never watched the TV show, so I can't really reference visuals with the TV show, but I appreciated how we started in the beginning, he's underwater, and then it freezes over him, and then we have him chained up, and then as the fire is introduced, we still have the lighting that's a dark, bright blue color. So you have a really good sense of fire and ice battling. At one point they become even, and then it's more fire and orange and red colors, and then at the ending you have the huge explosion. So like thematically, the lighting and the prop with the fire, watching them like battle, in addition to watching everything the dancers are doing on stage, it added a whole extra element or even a whole extra character, because really the fire and the snow and the ice became its own thing to watch and to see what it was going to do next. I think some of my favorite scenes were when they were filming from behind the wave of flames. Is that a good way to describe it? I don't know, but like we had the camera guy here, and then you have flames, and then you have the performer here, and all you see are the heat waves going up and down. That's so sick. I liked that so much. I can't think of another performance where I've seen like them filming through fire. Maybe in music videos, that might be a thing that happens in music videos, but live on stage? Nah, dude, I haven't seen it. We've already talked about the hand and the the fire and ice theme a little bit. I also noticed that we had a theme of being chained or like trapped, and also being blindfolded. We had different instances of each, and I'm wondering if they relate back to No Air and the song itself. If that is something that happened in the original music video, you guys can let me know in the comments below. I haven't gotten to that music video yet to do a dance analysis of the practice or anything, so I don't even know what's original choreography in this. So that will be very exciting when I finally get to do that video. But I was like noticing it kept happening, where we had the first dancer who's obviously chained, and then we have the next dancer who's attached to the rope by the hand, and then you have the blindfolded section in the middle with the 3 guys who like toss the blindfold to each other, and then we also have the guy when he gets unchained, he like blindfolds the camera. So I just, why is it there? I'm so curious. There are so many parts, there's so many things. In terms of dancing, I loved our first like official formation was a circle group around 3 main like singers, I guess, who were just stationary on the couch, and the others were performing around them. I thought that was a really cool visual that we maybe haven't seen too often, where we just have a group not moving and then we have performance happening around them. It was a very cool way to start it off, and then they all joined together with choreography after that. I was like, it was interesting. It was very interesting. I did mention it while we were watching. This is just being very specific and nitpicky, but I wish when the screens would do their little like static moment, I wish that happened on beat with music or to choreography. Watching it this first couple times, it just looked a little too random, or like it's just happening every like 5 seconds or something, which is fine. But like, if you're gonna put this much detail into this performance, maybe think about the screens as well. That's all. In terms of the music, I thought it was very interesting how dramatically we had the crescendo, the rise and the fall of the song and the music itself, where we went from like a full chorus, a bunch of people singing in harmony, a bunch of instruments, to just one voice and like nothing in the background. And it did this a couple times throughout the whole performance. I need to watch it again, because I think what was trying to happen is each section also corresponds to either ice or fire, or a mix of both, and I need to rewatch it to see if that's true or if I'm just making that up. Because if each like rising section is the fire trying to happen and each falling section is the ice, that's super interesting. But I don't know. I haven't watched it enough to say for sure. That's just my guess right now. There were moments in this, the leaps, every leap they did was my favorite. I've been thinking all day since I saw this morning, and I cannot remember the technical name for the leap that they did, where you typically start like a normal leap. If you're gonna go this way, you're gonna start facing this way, right? Step, step, leap. That's it. However, for this leap, you start facing the opposite of the way you're going, and then you step backwards and then kick your legs up. It's typically in ballet and contemporary, and I, for the life of me, cannot remember what it's called. It doesn't help that a lot of these terms are in French, and the only French I ever knew growing up was from being in ballet. But if I can find it, I'll insert it somewhere. That leap is like my personal favorite leap to perform and to do, and they did it 2 different times. The dancers, I think, do it with them, and then they do it after by themselves. And then there's another jump that they do where they tuck their knees up to jump, and then, so like if they tuck their knees up at first, then they spring their legs down and throw their head back. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I also really liked, and they do this twice, the slow hand movement. Normally from the Boyz, we're gonna get that in like a second or half a second, but they like really exaggerated it, and it was so nice. They really took moments in this, and I know I haven't even mentioned like the acting or the facial expressions, because it's talked about so much in the episode itself that I sort of wanted to talk about things that people haven't mentioned yet. So I did notice the acting, I did notice the emotion and the facials. They were very good, but I am looking at this more of the technical dancing aspect and like the screens and the performance in general. I think my last little note is one of my favorite sections, which is the dance break at the end, where the whole group has come together. It's either before or after that one guy flips and then stares at us like he's the coolest guy in town, which like, yeah, he totally is for that, because I could never. But I loved that whole section when they first start dancing. All of their dancers are on their knees doing the arms and like upper body full out, while the boys are completely standing doing all of the choreography. I just once again thought it was so smart and a great way to give you some levels visually, and also show you like, okay, these are the boys and these are the dancers, whereas with Mama we couldn't. Hello friends, so sorry about that, my camera died. I was talking about levels and how the dancers were on their knees and the boys were fully standing doing full out choreography for the last little dance break section. It's a really great way, once again, to distinguish, okay, here's the boys and here's the dancers, so we don't have the same confusion we did during the Mama stage, where they were all number 1 in white and the background was white and you just couldn't see what was happening. So I think that is where I'm going to end it, because I like rambled on a little bit in the first video, which is why my camera died. Thank you so much for watching another episode of the Kingdom Legendary War series here on my channel. As always, in the comments, please stay positive. Remember, we can support and love the Boyz for everything they're giving us each week without tearing down any other groups or their fans. My goal really is to talk about the dancing here on my channel and to also just spread peace and love and happy good times, because we need it, okay? Wow. So I'm gonna go. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.